So when you're ready, come to sitting on your glutes with the knees bent. So just shift your body a little bit so you're up on your sits bones with the knees bent, knees together. And just hold behind your thighs or your knees so you can lift your chest. And just take a couple breaths here. So start to wake up the back body and the core just by engaging to lift up. And take a big breath in. And then open your mouth and let it go. And then take another big breath. And as you exhale, lean yourself back to start to feel the belly engage. And then draw yourself up. Inhale. Exhale back. So we're trying to warm up the core, but you can also feel this sort of like a seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, you're pulling your chest up, belly in. Exhale, continue to draw the belly in as you round back. And so this month, we've talked a little bit about the quality of trust. And so while this is our core practice, our core energy, our center, really is where we want to have a lot of will and trust and faith. And so it can be a little bit tricky because this is an area that starts to get pretty shaky, pretty fast. And yet that's where we start to bring in the strength, right? So think about not so much about doing core work as building your trust, building your will, building your faith and strength in yourself, in your center, in your core. Next time you lean back, go ahead and hold, and you can keep your hands on the legs or let them lift. And again, you might start to feel a little bit of quivering. Draw the belly in, soften the shoulders, give your head a little shake. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, round and squeeze the knees together. Take an inhale. Exhale, take the left hand behind you. Just very gently twist. Look over the left shoulder. And then release. Wrap the left arm around the legs. Right hand behind you. Twist. And then come back through center, hold the backs of the thighs, lift yourself up, draw the belly and roll back and hold. So you can keep your hands behind the legs. You can place your hands on the mat or lift your arms up. Option to lift one leg. And again, from the center, you might start to feel that shaking, but really focus on drawing in, pulling in. Take a deep breath. Exhale, release. Hug the knees and lengthen. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left, left hand behind you. And then bring it up and twist to the right. Come back through center, lean it back. And again, you can hold the legs, hands down, lift the arms, or lift both legs, or you can lift the opposite leg. So again, this is a balance pose. So when the feet come up, we're balancing. So we really need that core stabilization. Pull the belly and lift the chest. Deep breath. Exhale, release. Give it a little shake. Squeeze the legs, lengthen up. Inhale one more time. Exhale, twist to the left. And then come up and twist to the right. Good. Come back through center. Inhale, exhale, roll back into your boat. And you can just stay in boat or lift up the arms, and then we'll add that twist using the core. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Hold. Option to lift the left leg. And then bring it to center. Lower the left leg. Hold. Twist to the right. Stay there or lift the right leg. Pull the belly and lift the chest to really hug that midline. Inhale, exhale, release. Let your knees open, soles of the feet together. Rock up onto your sits bones, flutter the legs out. So release the low back, release your hips. Give your head a little shake. Take a big breath. Exhale for a moment. You can fold forward. Just give your head a little rock. And releasing the back and the hip flexors, letting the body know that we are intentionally doing this work. And then keep the soles of the feet together or roll yourself down onto your back. So use your core to roll yourself down and reach your arms up. Keep the soles of the feet together. Take your right hand to your left wrist, pull up and over to the right. So opening the left side of the body, keep the feet together. A version of banana pose. So we just want to open up the left side of the body. Inhale. Exhale, use your core to come back to the midline. Take the left hand to the right wrist, pull up and over to the left. Keep the feet together, stable, opening the hips. Stretch the side body, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Take your hands behind your head, press your feet together. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower. So we're doing crunches here. But when we crunch, you want to really think about drawing your bottom rib towards your hip and really rooting through your low back. So draw the belly in. And we're also not cranking the neck. We're actually curling up from the chest. The head is resting in the hands. Keep pressing your feet together. Your thighs are opening. So we're in that butterfly position. And then hold. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lower down. Pause. Stretch your arms up. Right hand to left wrist. Pull up and over. Open up the left side. Deep breath in. And out. Left hand to right wrist. Pull up and over to the other side. Having to use those obliques a little bit to get that lift up and over. And then come back through center. So keep your head down to start. As you inhale, squeeze your feet together, lift your legs up, and then lower the legs. So just lifting and lowering the legs, you're going to start to feel the low belly. If you want a little more, as you lift the legs up, curl your elbows up towards the knees. So adding the crunch. Otherwise, just stay with the low body. Try to keep the feet pressing together. Soften the jaw. If you're crunching upper and lower, again, think bottom ribs to hips. Keep pressing your feet together. Pull your belly in. Good. 2 more. Good. And then lower the feet down. Stretch your arms up. Inhale. Right hand to left wrist. Pull up and over to the right. And then switch left hand to right wrist, pull up and over. And then come back to center. Hands behind the head, inhale. And then as you exhale, curl your chest up and then think about drawing your left elbow to your left knee and then right. So you can keep the legs down and just moving your core. So just dipping side to side. Now again, if you want more, lift the legs and hold the legs up as you squeeze same elbow to knee. And you can always keep the legs lowered. Couple more. Good, 1 more each side. And then lower down, hug your knees in. Whew. Give the legs a little rock. Place your feet on the mat, arms down by your sides. Just roll through some bridge. So open up your heart. Stretch out your core. Should feel nice on your hip flexors. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, hug your knees in again. Again, hugging everything into center, building that strength, trust, confidence in the core. And then we'll do our bicycle crunches here. So letting the knees stay over the hips, hands behind the head. Inhale, as you exhale, curl up, bring left elbow to right knee, stretch the left leg out. It can come to the mat or hover. Inhale back through center, exhale, switch. So again, you can lower that extended heel, really follow your breath, pull the belly in. Again, we're lifting through the chest, soften your jaw, working the whole core. One more to each side, and then release. Whew, hug it in. Stretch your arms and legs out long. So feel that length through the body. Big, big, big stretch. Bring your heels together and then bring them all the way to the bottom right corner of the mat. Take your right hand to your left wrist, pull up and over for our banana pose. You can stack the left foot over the right. So you can also put some support under the left shoulder. We'll just spend another few breaths here. So great to open up the side body, the obliques. A little opening in the shoulder too. Big breath in. And then start to shift your body back towards center. And then you'll scoot your heels all the way to the bottom left corner, stacking the right ankle up and over. Take the left hand to the right wrist and pull up and over. So again, the body looks like that banana. Relax the right shoulder down or put some support underneath it. Draw the belly in as you stretch through the whole side of the body. Big inhale. Exhale, release. So extend your arms up overhead, reach your legs out. So center yourself on the mat. Take your feet about hip width distance, flex your feet, bring your arms up so your wrists are over your shoulders. You can bend your knees a little bit here or keep the legs straight. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, slowly start to curl yourself up, lengthen up, and then exhale, roll back down. We'll do this a few times. So if you need a little more support as you roll up, you can grab onto your legs to pull yourself up and then really work the posture muscles. And then use your hands to roll down. Okay. Otherwise, you're using your core as you roll up through the spine, really lifting, stacking. This is actually a movement from Pilates, but it's one of my favorites. And it's really good for the back, the core, the posture. 2 more. Nice and steady. It also gives the back a good massage too. Last time. As you come up, you can soften the knees and fold over the legs for a moment. But feel free to put a big bend in the knees to relax the back and the hamstrings, wiggle your toes. And then bring it up. All right, we are going to do a 1-minute plank. Or I will do a 1-minute plank. You may not. You can do a modified plank, lowering the knees. Bring your hands under your shoulders, soften your jaw, give your hips a little rock. Little wiggle, even round your spine. Take a big, big breath in. And then when you're ready, stretch up and back into plank. Again, think about hugging ribs towards hips. Knees can lower. These shoulders are over the wrist. So this is just such a great stamina pose for the whole body to build that trust in yourself and your strength. Your core, relax your jaw. Keep the breath going. Halfway there, so if you need to lower down, take a break, you're more than welcome. 30 seconds is a lot. Ten seconds. And release all the way down onto your belly. Come into Sphinx. Spend a moment here to shake the head out. So on the forearms, fingers spread, tops of the feet down, pelvis down, lift the chest, give the head a little shake. Now you are welcome to stay in Sphinx. You could also come back up to straight arm plank, but we're going to do 30 seconds forearm plank, or again, stay in Sphinx. So keeping everything about the hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and then maybe lift your knees. You can also keep the knees down, or again, push up to straight arms, or just stay in Sphinx. Halfway there. And then lower down back into your Sphinx if you're not already there. Shake your head out, soften your jaw. So both versions of plank are so good for the whole body strength, building that strength, trust the whole body from the core out. Big inhale, exhale out the mouth. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up into a down dog. Let's just take a down dog to stretch it out. Rock it out. Big breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale, lower to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Stretch the right leg long, left arm out. Let's take our bicycle crunches here. Inhale, exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. And just follow the breath. You can always just hold the balance if this is too much, or you can lower the left hand and just focus on knee to nose. Squeeze elbow to knee. And then release, going right into second side, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, left leg up, right arm up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Follow your breath. Hold. And then release, child's pose or down dog. We got one more ab posture. So we'll move into side plank. Now, again, you can do that on the knees, or you can stagger or stack the legs. So you can come back either to tabletop or down dog. And then either as you roll to plank, you can lower one knee, stack the back leg, lift the hips, or stack or stagger both legs. Lifting through your hips, lengthening your spine. Feel the whole body. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, going to side two. So you can lower that opposite knee, stack the other leg, or again, stack or stagger. Lifting your hips, lengthening your spine. Couple breaths. And then release, coming into puppy dog. So lower to your knees. Stick your bottom up, walk your hands out, roll your shoulders down as you place your forehead down and breathe into the shoulders. So slow it all down here. Coming back to the heart, which is an important reminder. You know, we get a lot of trust in our strength and our core, our will, but we've got to always bring it back into the heart. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, soften your jaw. And go ahead and roll it on up. Okay, so we're gonna finish in a heart opener to stretch out the abs. So grab the bolsters. Bolsters are obviously, if you don't have a bolster available, you can use something else, but I think we do have bolsters. So you can either grab 1 or 2 bolsters or bolster in a few blocks. So we'll do our Supta Baddha Konasanas, which is our bound angle, our reclining bound angle. So once again, soles of the feet together, knees apart, supporting the thighs with a bolster, pillows, blocks, and then laying up and back over the bolster. So this is going to stretch out all those abdominal muscles as well as open up the heart and the hips. If you want more support under the head, or if you need to put a block underneath that other bolster, we're just going to take a few minutes here. So just sort of a preview of our final practice of the month on Thursday, which is always our restorative practice. So completing our core with this gentle opening. So grabbing whatever props you need to feel that support through your chest, your belly, your hips, your back. Tune into your breath. So slow down your breath. Really breathe into your belly, up into your lungs. And then as you feel your belly rising and falling, take a moment to acknowledge the effort you've put in through the core practice today. And when we talk about a quality like trust, it really does begin within, and trusting ourselves, trusting our core, trusting our gut, trusting our heart. And then that allows us to start to develop that outside as well. And so even if some days we're shaking or tired in the practice, even just trying to explore those postures, those movements, it builds that will, it builds that foundation of trusting ourselves, our bodies. And so honor yourself for the practice and just give yourself the next couple of minutes to open and receive. Take a big breath into your belly, let it fill up. And then sigh it out. You can bend your knees or stretch your legs out long, whatever feels better to release your hips. And then you might start to wiggle through your fingers and toes, shift your head, soften your jaw. And then eventually you can roll to one side or use your abs and roll yourself up. Again, finding a seat, sitting up nice and tall, strong core, strong back. And developing that inner strength and trust. You can place your hands to your heart or hand to heart or belly. And just take a moment to honor yourself for practicing. And take another big, big, big breath, hold, and then sigh it out. And thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.